慣れないな。
慣れない。
このカメラをカーソル動かすの。
バカじゃねえんだからやってら慣れるって。
いけないんだ。ちょっと待って。マップが回るんですけど。
なんか設定あるんだっけ？
あったと思うよ。なかったっけ？マップの表示じゃないんだけど。あれでもないのかな？ぐるぐるすんのかなこれ。
ぐるぐるしてたっけ？もうないなら。
ないんじゃね？
ああ、ねって。なかったんだ。そんな印象なかったんだけど。
悲しいな。
慣れるさ。
あ、開いたわ、ドア。
それはくや。どういうこと？
いや、なんか近づいたら開いたわ。なんかわかんないなと思ってんだけど。
いいね。もういいわ。なんかでも。
おお。セバスチャンだ。
セバスチャン？
Can I help you?
結構落ち着いてる子だよ。
You're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
俺も1年後ぐらいにホグワーツ買おうかな。DLC 出るんかね、そういえば。
Professor Fig and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how
どう
did you
なんだろう
escape?
ね。今回なんか追加クエストはあったけど、
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself
DLC ってこ
settled.
とでもない
We
の
can
か。
talk more later.
ストーリー展開次第か。
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
闇のものが。
Professor Weasley is a marvelous teacher. Never required us to write more inches of parchment on top of it.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
回せる。
Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
この人もいたな。
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Checkmate.
Told you. They should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years. I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
ほうきの勝負挑んできた人じゃない。
うん。
やだやだ。ほうき。コントローラーのほうきどうだろうね。
いやー、ああ
Perhaps
いう系
Professor
は
Fig's friend would
強い
have
って多分
survived if we'd had your help.
やりやすいと思うけ
Precisely.
どね。
Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some
Kagawa.
time on my broom before
先生だっ
classes.
け？
かな。
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time.
なんか
There's
さ、
nothing like swerving through the spires of the
主人公の
castle
声
and
質やっ
around
ぱ
the
似てる
Quidditch
ね、
pitch
日
to
本
clear the
語の方
mind.
と。声の方向性は
Are you a
同
keen
じ人
as a
だ。
chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
質が。
それはそう、そこは
Goodbye,
別に
Imelda.
言って
Nice
ない
meeting
よ
you.
質が一緒だね。その声質が。
真の闇の魔術の家系の人でしょ。確か
ああ、いたね。
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting.
目が見えないんだっけ？
Based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new fifth year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon attack en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine. Well, it's good to have you in Slytherin. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
あれはでもマーピープルでしょ。確か。
違うのか。
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
なんでずっと杖持ってんだろう。杖しまえないのかも。
なんかでも勝手にしまわなかったっけ？
しまわないな。あっちか。
常に抜刀して走ってるやつ。
うわー。
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
開けれないのか、そういえば。鍵集めないと。あれ、ここのさ、これってまだ見れないのか。まだ。
どうやって何すんだっけそれ。
なんかさ、インタラクトみたいのするだけでよくなかったっけ。
いや、覚えてねえな、俺。
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. Do keep up. Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can provide?
ガイドのページを集める。
Revelio.
このボタンのことってな。これか。
PS5 ヌーブが出た。
あれってなんか隠れるようになってからじゃないと開けれないっけ？箱。
そうだっけ？もう開け方全然覚えてないわ。
なんか見られてるとさ、開かないんじゃなかったっけ？
あそこだけじゃないできるの。なんかヒントが一生もらえなかった。なんか模様を見るギミックなかったっけ？
なかったっけ？あ、
Good timing.
なんかさ、
Perfect
パズルじゃないけど
opportunity
な
to
ん
show
か
you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker.
形
Your
容し方か
field
らわからん。
guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
発見したらもういいんだ。R？ ああ。
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
I don't mind saying that
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the
呪文の
basics of
基礎2
spellcasting.
個しか教えてもらってない。
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
ああ、道が見えるんだ。だったらあれ引っ込むんだ。お金長押ししたら引っ込むんか。
全然覚えてないな、もう。そりゃそうか、俺別にやってないもんな。
まあ。
入学はしたんだよ。
あれ、オプションはどこに、あ、ここにあんのか。あ、
設定。
おっしゃった。
なんだ。
カーソルの速さを。
コントローラーその辺じゃない？照準、カメラ不足。カメラ感度？
カメラ
何を変えるっつった今。
うん、このカーソルよ、カーソル。
照準じゃないのじゃあ。
照準なの？
カーソルなのかな？どっかにあんのかな他に。でも多分コントローラー。あ、カーソルの感じあるじゃん。
マップの時のカーソルが異様に速いんだよな。あ、
ああ。
何？
失礼。
これもクエストか？
What am I
missing?
Hello. I don't believe we've met. Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind, but I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue.
あったな
I should
こ
look
れ。
around in case it's nearby.
全然わかんないんだよな、これ。
そうむずいよね。
のルームスイどうやったら切れんだ。
ルーモスどこでやったんだよ。あ消えないんだっけやってる間。
あ、下ろした。
右上とかに出してほしい。やってる間だけ。映ってた場所をさ。
あ結構近場にあるんだよね、確か。反対側だっけ？
いやー。
あ、
そう、これこれ。
あ。
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
夏。
Revelio. Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
Oh.
力ある。
これで切ればいいのか。
うん。そう
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
消えちゃうの？
Sometimes the prefect
終わったよ。
Well, one time they did.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Ugh, I can't wait to have a nap in front of the fire.
あれはアクシオかなんか覚えないと無理なんだっけ？
アクシオだっけ？
ちゃったっけ？
なんかもう
My mother
まだ無理だよね。
ああ、ごめんごめんごめんごめん。
I'm sure she's disappointed.
とついちゃった。
やかってる。
あれか、先にヒント見なきゃいけないのか。
My brother caused a lot of trouble in Professor Weasley's classroom.
ああ。ターゲット？ 変な鳥みたいなやつか。
I hated learning banishment. Never had such abysmal mark.
あれでも鳥みたいなやつね。あ、ゼロ始まりなんだ。
全然何言ってるかわかんないわ。
ここからゼロなんよ。ゼロ。
上に
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9であって、全部の輪が真ん中の数字になるようにハテナに絵柄を合わせる。上は11と2で13あるわけじゃん。だから8にしたらいいわけよ、あそこ。
なるほどね。雲か。
雲。ここが雲。下が5と9、14で3にすればいいから、なんか、そうそうそう。
なるほどね。いや、これはだからノーヒントでやるのはおかしいんだって。
なんで
その起点のヒントをさ、法則を見つけ出すのはおかしいよ、ここで。
最初は1始まりかなって思ったら、絵柄がないから、あ、0からかなみたいな。
しかもこれの本当にちゃんとしたヒント出るの結構後だったもんね。
うん。今更みたいなところで出てきたよね。
だね。ゲームプレイの仕方がキモいんだよね。
なんでキモいって。
なんかもうとにかく片っ端から見たものを探求していくみたいな。
なんか違うんだっけ、ステータスが。
うん。今はでも、ちょっと変わるんか。
ちょっと変わん。
みんな大体まともな服で。ナイトシティにいるとひどいからな。
あれはもうセンスがない。
前の週の時俺ブラシだしな。
怖すぎるだろ。
一番音楽から行くの？
まあ上にあるから。
うん。
圧で戻ろうとしちゃうな。んで？上？じゃあると飛んでくれんだ。こんな機能あったっけ？
あったでしょうね。アイザック直伝のナビゲーションシステム。
うん。もうあれじゃん。
Revelio.
ベリオしちゃった。
Lumos.
窓があって、柱が2本ある。
この辺なのか。
でもそんな離れてないよね、毎回。
うん。猫。
あら。影絵だ。
誰うるさいの何誰びっくりした。こ こにこんな違うか柱。トイレだトイレ。
あいついないの？
マトル？
まだ死んでないんだっけ、この時。
この時はまだ死んでない時代じゃなかったっけ？
結構昔だもんね、これ、今。
あ、いた。
おう。
Lumos.
雑にだな。
うん。周りの人どう思うんだろうこれやってて。うわー。あ、ごめんなさいね。あ、
これさ、
Some of us.
選んだ、選ばれたというか選んだとか、量によってさ、
うん。
サイドの種類変わればよかったのにね。同級生話。
あー、まで作り込んでたら。
まんべんなくやるじゃん、これ、確か。
うん。
どの量の人とも。
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
だな、こ
Hello,
いつ。
I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so
こんな
believe
誰
they
も覚えてな
are,
かったら普通もっ
and
と
take
怒るで
turns
しょ。
summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
握手を。
握手。
Accio.
秋を。
秋よって聞こえたけど。
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm
これ
to
だ。
the test.
嫌な
Right?
ミニゲーム。やんだよなこれ。なんで
So why don't
も
we
う
have
乗
our
ってるの
newest student start us off? Hmm? Eh?
親しげにうなる。
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres
Accio
and
つってるよね。
relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all
ず
day,
っと喋るや
but
ん。
practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done. Excellent control there.
落ち
Happens to the best of us. Splendid!
あ
Don't lose your composure.
わかんねえよ。感性が。
That's it.
おー、かなり早く話さないとダメじゃんこれ。
Very good. Points to
Well,
Slytherin. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss
20ぐらいで
Onai,
話さない
would
と
you care
無理
to
だ
give
っ
our
たぞ。
new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
もう端からやった方がいいのかな。
おー、いいね。
Excellent control there.
Watch this. There we go.
– なんでどっついてくるの？
Here we go.
わー、すごいな。
なんでこんな接戦なんじゃ。くー。
A perfect score. Remarkable.
満点。
満点じゃないと勝てないじゃん。全然手抜い
Let
て
us
く
make
んない。
this a bit more interesting, shall we?
まだやんの？なんだっけ？
ああ、障害物出てくるの
I
か。
think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Be sharp.
そんな喜ぶほどか。
だー
あら。まあまあまあ、まだ。
Watch this.
箱関係なかったぞ今。
Done. Well done.
ウェルダン。
Here we go. There we go.
Accio.
うえ
That's it.
何今の
Very
はあ
good,
つけ
both
た
of
や
you.
つ
Well done.
買ったんだからスリザリンに20点ぐらい勝手にしとけ。
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
付き合い悪すぎるだろ、一人で大丈夫って。
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
そうか、ウガンダ。
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep
だい
him
ぶ後ろで
waiting.
待ってたぞ。
Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans
お探しちゃん。
if you're so inclined.
など。
Well, you'd be using it on clothing to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
こんなとこでこんなやりとりしてたのか、この二人。大丈夫か、なんかやってんぞ。なんか、あ、
A word, if you would.
あれか、見えないからやってんのか。
ああ。
びっくりした、今。
そんなでも描写あったっけ？
いやー、わかんない。
なんか記憶でないよな。
気にしてなさすぎただ
I
け
trust your
かもし
first
れん。
charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
今じゃないんだ。サイドクエストってこと？なんでアイアンメイデン？絵の部屋入れないか、さすがに。
そのうち入れんだっけ？
多分鍵マーク、鍵1で開いて。
あ、そっか、鍵。
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
なんすか?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
大丈夫か?
怖っ。
さっきのじゃないの？もうない。
That's right.
ナッチー。あれ？おお、何？あ
ああ、いたな。
It was Albert Boot.
It's a bold attack. Was the minister a boot or the minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all
最悪人が死ぬぞ。なんでこんな猫まみれなんだろうね。おお。これいじれんのかな？お。
猫ちゃん。
あ、これでいいの？ね、猫さん？なんだっけこの生き物の名前。
名前覚えてないな。
ルーナが可愛がってたやつだよね。
I do look forward to going home for the holidays. Mum's pumpkin patch is the best I've ever had.
If we were simply taught antidotes to common poison.
何が飛んでんだこれ。していいのか。なんか。
What did you think you were doing?
怒られてる。
Owl has been in our family for 30 years.
ほら、放映命令に怒られてる。ロンがお母さんに怒られてたやつ。あったね。もう鳴らの音しなかった。
you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
ユーン憑依しなくていいのかね。
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
あ、三角押せなかった。
How perceptive. Right.
ステューピファイしたら怒られるの？
Good form.
I know. Protego. Stupefy.
This can be your first duel.
Let's go forward.
If only all of my students would us again.
あ。
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
プロテゴ三角か今覚えてなかったわ。にっこり。
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
すげえ声だな。
ね。
You
outruled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? Felt more like I was dueling an expert. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
なんか宝箱マークある？
そうね。
上？上？
上に行けるとこあんのかな？
見に行くかこっち。
Trouble, are we? Been up to no good? Thought as much.
Revelio.
こんなに透けて見えるんだっけか。
Revelio.
ほらチリーンって言わなかった。
言ったね。
あ、出てきた。多分細身のワイバーンだな。あ、ごめんごめんごめん。あ、猫ちゃん。ああ。
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, There you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
誰を選ぶんですか?
セバスチャンでしょ。
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
鍵マークはレパルを習ったらこんなとこにいたんかい。
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that, the mending charm Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere.
If only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
やべえやつだ。なんか変なゲームを他人にやらせてなんか嫌がられてる子じゃなかった。
ああ、いたね。
この子。
ああ。
Are you alright? Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
理由はあるんだが。
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
That's kind of you. I suppose there are a few decent souls here. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
I haven't much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose, which I never do. Or at least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Book.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't
I completed the assignments, Professor.
marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Hmm. ここにもサブクエが。サブクエじゃないのかこれ。
でも時間帯のやつか。
おー。
なんかあったよね、そんなの。
黒いところにあるのはサブクエできるのかな。
そうですか。
なんかある。
ほら。
Oh, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Repairer.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
じゃあまだそこにいるの？相手は。ここにあんのかあと。反対やんけ。自分で探そうと思んのかね。
思わん。
重い。
これこっちも思わん。
おいやばいやばい。
そうなんだ。
正面にぶつかった。
Good workout, dueling Sebastian.
びっくりした。どこにあんの？どこにあんでんの？
相当上。お。
Lumos.
なんか変なところにあるの。狭い狭い。あ、いるやん。 ドキドキ。2人で幅取らないで。こんなに人歩いてたっけこの学校。
なんかでも多い気がするね、気持ち。
手袋。本当にシャリてんのかこれ。んあれドアのやつあるここに。あ、ここにあった。1と、ありあっち ?9? だから 4? ようわからんやつだな。13で、0、1、2、3、16だから5か。もうみたいな。あ、通り過ぎた。来たね。これしかないの？チケてんな。
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
これなんだっけ？なんかこれもあったよな。
なんかあったけど何するか覚えてないな。
あ、
おう。
浮かせるんだ。
そんなくだらんことでええんか。
あ、これ上か？上でいいのか？どんどんレベルだけ上がっていくぜ。
いつもだな。
なんだ今の？ファーンって。回転させる。お。9と3、12だから7。変な。みたいな。15に17、6、深げ。
急に。
なんか変わった？ああ、上のやつか。 ちゃうわ。脇道だこれ。
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Here.
ちょっと疲れてたけど。
Revelia.
こっちでも音しなかったよ。
全然聞こえなかった、俺には。
チリンって言わなかったもん。こっちだ。あれ？あんねん。
Revelia.
え、そこ？あ、炎のゴブレットのやつだ、これ。
え？
このほら。
ああ、あったね。
え、これ。取っちゃってよかったの。
Revelia.
これ落とすんだ、これ。わからん。逆にわからん。あれ、そのまま箱置いてある。黒の手袋。革手袋だった。
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
だいぶ遠くなったなぁ。あ。
Revelio.
こんなところに箱ある。案外急だな、階段。この辺もマーカーついてるけど。あ、あったわ。人多いよな。
さやちゃん PS5 の性能まあ設定で多分人の人数変わるだろうしね。 PC 版の話だけど。
ああ。
処理の問題でやっぱ。
なんか上にサブクエある。 あ、上にあるんだ。どうやって上行くんだ。こっちから行くのか。
We'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Oh.あ、ちょっと動いちゃったじゃん。
Revelio. Revelio.
なんか崩れ落ちたな。これ入ってきたんか。ないな。ここにあったよヒント。
ああ、あれ、ああ、もうあるのか。
でもだいぶ奥だけどな。
We'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
どこにもいたのかお前。毎回これで授業行くのだるすぎるだろ。ん？あれ？下って書いてある。
Revelio.
この猿。
ああ、あったね、それも。
まだできないんだっけ、これ。
うん、先生に会わないと。
そうだよね。
先生だっけ、あれ。
覚えとかないとな。
覚えてらんねえよ。
どうやって降りんのかな。
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
お腹すいたな。
なんか食べたらいいじゃん。
That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
食パン。
え？
食パン丸かじりするしかない。
戻っちゃった。
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstone.
Hello, Zenobia. I've found all of your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together, laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
そしてまた隠されるんだろうな。
宿命だよ、そういうタイプの人だから。
そうだからやられるんだ。なんか吹き出しマークあるけどね、これ。わかんない。なんか吹き出しマークが今うっすら映ってた気がしたんだけど。なんだっけ。多分拾い忘れる。
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
やっぱ水の中にいないと歌聞こえないの。マーピープルがやっぱ人魚なの。なんかあったじゃん、炎のゴブレットでさ、ヒントで卵がなんか超音符みたいなの出しててさ、水の中じゃなくて聞こえないみたいな。そんな感じの音じゃなかった今。
You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms.
噴水触った時の
Perfected
音。
my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did our meet tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Magic じゃなくてチャームなんだね。
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Accio! Got it. Only 4 more to go.
さすがにでもこんなことしてたらバレそうだけどね。
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. Revelio.
Hmm. やべ、攻撃しちゃった。ここにいるわ。
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
I spent all night working on my history of magic essay. Almost fell asleep in class.
これなんだっけ？
Revelio.
なんか、わかんねえ。なんか飛んでる鍵みたいなのなかったっけ？
ああ。
なんかあったよね。それじゃねえか。
今はまだいないのか。
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
私もだいぶ知らない人じゃない？大丈夫か？人は杖手に入れてからの方がいいよな。
まあ。
ああ、ごめんなさいね。こっちか。ん？ん？え、ちょ。頭掃除ってさ、表示できるんだけど、このゲーム。
できなかったっけ？あれ、なかったっけ？
いや、なんだけど、これ、表示した分。
なんかでもあった気がするんだけどな。戻ってみて。その画面でなんかいじってなかったっけ？
この画面で？
一回装備してさ、戻るじゃん。
これか。
ほら、それで、うん。
面白いすぎるだろ。みんな外見選べたんだ。どんだけ面白い帽子かぶっててもいいじゃんね。でもこれなんか変えるたびにさ、外見戻さなきゃいけないんじゃなかったっけ？
そのはずだね。何も変わってないのであれば。プリセットみたいなのないのかね？みたいな。それこそミラブルみたいな。
ないじゃん。
Revelio.
ここにはないんだ。
Natty doesn't seem to mind having her mother as a pupil at all. I kind of like.
You should hear Shah talking about divinity. It's a wonder Onai's ears don't catch a light. What's to say stars no more than cards are?
Showing off is a muggle trick.
Boom.
Revelio.
喉だっせーマフラー。
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Revelio.
それどころじゃない。
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we? I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course.
なんで僕
You're
なん
the
だ
only
ろ
one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
So how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient.
Ah, 取れないのか。
Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
杖出してる。
Already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead.
ね、こんな小走りで行くんで。
Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh, any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
Not the best idea to start
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim.
Thestral.
Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
名前あったか。
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack.
あれ
Hopefully the
か。
rest of your year isn't as
ド
eventful.
ラゴンに襲われた時途中で見えたの死んだからか目の前で。
うん。
Mr. Moon. He's the
出会っ
Hogwarts
た。
caretaker. Looks a bit worse for
盗
wear.
人の真似をさせてくる教員。
Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
なんか
Is everything
虫。
all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Demi guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe.
この人ミシガンだったよ
Good
ね
luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state.
あ、宝石が。
Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts.
ああ、重くないぞ、ホグズミードが。
そりゃそうよ。
この時点で重かったか
If
な。
one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
後でいいか。紙切れの音がしたんだけど。
So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get, a wand and some other bits.
Yes, Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
?いいか。そういえばいろんな家に侵入したな、昔。片っ端から。
入ったっけ？
なんか鍵開けれるところ全部入ってなかった。
ああ。
I'll be right with. Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for.
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, About time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we?
なんで頭頂部に人束だけ残ったんだろうな。
No, not you. Yes. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do. Here, give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish. How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it?
歯で済むんだな。
We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring. Let's give this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
いちいちコメントしてくる。
Curious indeed.
How intriguing.
Curious indeed.
あ、これで。
What do you think? Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Indeed. Treat it well, and you shall find no more dependable a wand than one with a unicorn hair core. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
どこ行くんだっけあと。J ピピンだっけ？
うん、ピピン終わったの。
Revelio.
ねえ、まだこいつ。なんかお金落ちてる。
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
開けていいの？
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here. Though I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art, potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
Are potions really that versatile?
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What can I do for you today? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
売れんのか。アイテム売っちゃったら見た目ってなくなっちゃうんだっけ？
いや、多分取得済みの装備の見た目はずっと保持してたと思うよ。
でもこれ0円だな、売ったところで。
でも邪魔だから売っとかね。
そうだな。うん。じゃあお金ないわ。
What can I do for you today?
なんか、明るすぎる気がするな。
でも暗いところはかなり暗くない？
こんなもんか。
Revelio.
Hello there.
Revelio. Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Oh, the dittany for the new 5th year. I take it that's you then. Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as a 5th year. You must be positively reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one big adventure.
Well, bravo. Not everyone has the temperament to take things as they come. Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neep. I keep the cart out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality is potion ingredients. Even Pippin purchases from me. But what say we get you a packet of Dittany seeds?
Let me guess. You're after something fresh.
Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your interest, I'd wager.
Point of toiling if it could be done with.
First they're teaching students jinxes.
Revelio.
いなくなっちゃった。
An inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda's student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seeing it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station, yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look. Let's look at what we have, shall we? If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian.
PG が飛んでた。 なんで緑に負けてんだよ、青が。
そんなもんさ。
今はステータスだけでいいけどさ、うちのこの石ころはめるとかはめないとかも関係してくんのか。まあ基礎値が低いとお話になんないけどさ、そもそも。
Revelio. Revelio.
なんか戦闘すんだっけ？
なんかでかいのいたよね。
なんかいたよね。
I officially have all of my supplies.
Excellent.
Did you get what you needed for your sister?
I did. So I suppose the world is our oyster now. Let's see what else we can get up to.
なら大暴れした挙句勝利手伝ってなかったわ。
確かに。
そうだよな。
Draw it away from the building! Away from the village!
建物壊して入ってきたけど。回避。びっくりした。プロテゴかと思ったよ。こいつプロテゴ無理なんだっけ？
そうだっけ？
丸を捨てのに。多分赤色は回避じゃなきゃいけないんじゃなかったっけ？スタンした。これはプロテゴいけるんだ。R1？
What was that? A taste of his own medicine.
Nicely done. Confringo, look out.
Protego.
That's right, you lumbering lout.
He's faltering.
You won't get stupid job.
どうした？こんな演出だったっけ？
うん。
Goodness! A second troll! Did you two take on a fully grown troll by yourselves?
I suppose so. It's all a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Merlin's beard. Are you all right?
We are, and we were glad to help.
I'd say help is a bit of an understatement. Nerve like that. The makings of an aura, if you ask me. If you are unharmed, perhaps the two of you wouldn't mind helping me put a few things back to where they were.
Of course, officer.
Singer. Officer Singer. And thank you, again.
ページが欲しいんだけど。ページがインタラクトされない。 こうか。
Repairer. Lucky they didn't do more damage.
みんなもできるだろう。自分でやれよ。あれ、アクションだこれ。
Repairer. Yeah, good as new. One less thing for Officer Singer to worry about. Repairer.
あ、猫か。あ、これ？
Repairer.
本当にこれ？
読み方えぐ。
猫ちゃん。
Mr. Hill was just singing your praises.
Hello, sir. I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to introduce myself, Augustus Hill, clothier extraordinaire. I should like to thank you for your remarkable bravery in fighting those trolls, and not to mention your help restoring Hogsmeade to its rightful state.
I was happy to help.
Frankly, you deserve an Order of Merlin. But I can offer you something much more useful. I own Gladrag's wizardware, and among my inventory are some unique items that afford certain protections, as it were. Life-saving protections. And as I suspect this won't be your last dangerous encounter, I'd like to give you one such set of robes, in thanks for what you did today.
Thank you, Mr. Hill. That's very generous of you.
It's the least I can do. Now, let's try this on for size, shall we? Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
弱い。装備しないと終わらないな。
そうでしょうね。
装備しないで終わろうぜ。
ダメでしょ。
I'd say we've earned a butterbeer or two, wouldn't you? Might help me forget that I was almost pulverized by a troll.
I'd say that I agree with you.
Perfect. The 3 broomsticks is just this way.
I sell even more battle-worthy items. Should you be inclined, you're most welcome to peruse my shop at your leisure.
ここにも猿いるんだな。
後からこんなバカだり。
でもあの宝箱もあるからさ。
ああ、そっか。
結局今は取りきれないんだよな。もうねか。
Revelio.
あれ？あ、お前かい。 あ、そうだ。そう、ごめんなさいね。弱い服着させられてて今。
Assuming it isn't utter bedlam in there, you might even meet Sirona, the owner. She's a good one to know.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin from the Daily Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
It's a treat to see you, Lodgok. I shall let you know if I hear anything.
Thank you, Sirona.
You be well. Now, what can I... Oh, there's a face I haven't seen before.
It's my first time here.
Welcome. Butterbeer's on me.
声すごいね。
Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this
女の
one,
人じゃないの。
single-handedly took down a troll.
太め
Is
の。
that right? Well done.
Thank you for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade.
なんかもう上下に移動しなかっ
That's
た。
never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Sirona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, my friend is busy.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls? Ranrock and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promised to tell you everything. But it's perhaps best I do that later.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle.
私が座ってたとこ人座ってね。
空いてたから。
取られた。あれこれ食べれるんだっけ？
もう意味に食べれんじゃないの？
食べれるし飲める。食べ放題。
何もないけどこういうの大事だよな。このタイプのゲームって。
てててん。なんか鳴ったけど。スマホの。
あ、っていうか、あ、やっべ。
何？
洗濯物忘れてた。
え？もう入れてなかった？
入れてたのに忘れてた。バカだ。ちょっと失礼して。
I'm certainly glad Sirona was there. Told you she was one of the good ones.
I can see that. She didn't seem at all intimidated by Rookwood and Harlow.
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.
間に袋帰ってきたの。
あれいなかったの最初。
うん。
All of my siblings have gone on to work for the ministry, but I'm not sure I want to do that. Unless it's an aura. Oh, I'd like to be an aura.
It appears I won't be going up there.
壺終わっちゃったけどいいのかな。
Revelio. Revelio.
上か。なんで地べたに座ってんだよ。
謎だよな。
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow, like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have had Serona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes, yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. The restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
I don't think I can do this now. Best to come back.
あ、変なボタン押しちゃった。
Perhaps I'll come back to this.
Ah.
Revelio.
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
Seems crossed ones isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Revelio.
Whee!
Eh?
Oh, not again! Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only 1 time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek. He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. Beautification. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have 1 weekly swim. Whee!
I'll get you for this.
ランブルじゃん。
Revelio.
ランブルよりうっとうしいだろ。これは引っ張るやつかな。引っ張るのはまだ覚えてないんだよな。
押すのじゃなくて？
ああ、押すのか。
私は覚えてないのか。
引っ張るのはアクシオでしょ。
あ、そうか。
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
おう。お兄たんこんばん。
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does crossed wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
これでかっ。なんだその帽子。ああ、待って。ちょっと。こうか。あれ、ルーモスになっちゃった。R2 が勝手に反応して。あいつの方が魔法覚えてるな。あ、回復してくれた。
Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. In fact, the second duel is ready when you are. And as a fully initiated member, you now have access to the official Crossed Wands training dummy. Very good way to master spell combinations. Come and see me, and I'll set it up. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again. Glad you're back.
呪文の組み合わせの練習ってどれのこと？これか？
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
こんなんあったっけ？
あったよ。
Good one.
あ、終わっちゃった。
Excellent fall. That's it. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
何持ってんのそれ？みかん？
わかんない。
みかんじゃない？
Hello,
みかん
Lucan.
持ったことないだろ。
Is the next round of Crossed Ones all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
やつへ呼んでみるか。
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it. Ready to get thrashed? Apologies in advance.
なんで3人の？おい。こっちも3人にしろや。違うね。
ジャンプやめてくださいよ。
ロックオンができないんだよ。
クソもの気あったけど動いたから。
R に押したまんまになっちゃうんだよな。
なんで？力入っちゃってた。
え、なんで？
はい？
なんかマップ開いた。よっしゃ。当てれなかった。近くで。ああ、コントローラー慣れね
え。Oof. Glad I didn't bet on you that round. Care to go again?
I'll give it another go.
R に
Glad to hear it.
押しっぱなしにしときたいんだけど、だるいから。え、ロックオンできない。ちょっと待って。R3 を長押しじゃなかった。あれ今できてる？なんか一人ぼったちだが大丈夫か？ とプロテゴが普通に出るようになったな。
Bravo! I gave it. You did
また
indeed.
時間空いたら忘れるんだろうな。
Duelists have already taken notice
時
of
間
you.
当てずに今度や
But
ってくだ
after
さ
that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then. The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
さっき戦ったやつらじゃん。
Assignment's all finished.
You could have gone a bit easier on me.
文句言われちゃう。と。
てか、割といい時間なんですね。
ああ。報告したら終わりかじゃあ。
そうね。早えな。
なんかクエストがあるのに見えない。
時間じゃない？
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you and that you found success in your endeavors.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor?
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate and keep your wand steady. Good work.
魔法4個しかセットしておけないの。
なんかもう一段みたいなのなかったっけ？まだないのか。
なんか下のやつ消えなくなっちゃったんだけど。
下のやつ？
呪文やアイテムはってやつ。右下の。
チュートリアルだからもう一回やるって話じゃないの？指示通りやったら消えないのかそれ。
そうそう。おかしくなっちゃったよ。
インディアのコンソールがされるのをしながら。
あセットしてるし。なんなら。消えないんだけど。
どっか別の枠に一回セットしたら消えるんじゃない？とか別に。うん。
あれさっきのクエストいなくなっちゃった？
何だったのか。
バラツ。 りあえず今日はこの辺だね。インセンディオ。
先は長いな。
You're getting it. Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
クールダウンあるのか。見えないけど、よく。
そうね。
Levioso, incendio. Setting things ablaze is certainly cathartic, isn't it?
これ大丈夫なのかあれ。
で、一回さ、インセンディオ、はまってないところにもう一回はめちゃえば合うんじゃない？
うん？もう一個はめれんのこれ。消えないじゃん。
うん。まあ、これで一回、あれじゃん、セーブして、ロードしたら、治ってるでしょ。
おお、なくなったわ。
うん。
なんだったんだ。
バグです。
じゃあ今日はここまで。
うん。また近いうちに。
はい。じゃあ。おっつ。
おっつ。